What if the story of Christianity's origins isn't quite what you've been told?
The early Christian church.
The early Christian church emerged as a sect of Judaism after Yeshua's passing. At that time, it was not yet distinctly Christian, but rather another sect within Judaism. After Yeshua's death, his followers continued to practice Judaism, attending synagogue services and following Jewish customs.
Contradictions in the resurrection narratives.
The New Testament accounts of Yeshua's resurrection contain contradictions and differences. Let's examine some of these discrepancies. 1. Matthew 28 verses 1 to 10. Matthew's account describes Mary Magdalene and the other Mary visiting the tomb, where they encounter an angel who tells them Yeshua has risen. 2. Mark 16 verse 1 to 8. Mark's account also mentions Mary Magdalene and the other Mary, but adds Salome to the group. The angel's message is similar, but Mark's account ends abruptly with the women fleeing the tomb in fear. 3. Luke 24 verse 1 to 12. Luke's account includes Joanna and other women, in addition to Mary Magdalene. The angel's message is similar to Matthew's and Mark's accounts. 4. John 20 verse 1 to 18. John's account focuses on Mary Magdalene's solo visit to the tomb, where she encounters Yeshua himself. 5. Acts 2 verse 22 to 24. This passage describes Peter's sermon on the day of Pentecost, where he mentions Yeshua's resurrection. 6. 1 Corinthians 15 verse 3 to 8. Paul's letter to the Corinthians includes a creedal statement about Yeshua's resurrection, which lists appearances to Peter, the 12, and over 500 brethren.
Implications of the contradictions.
The discrepancies between these accounts raise questions about the reliability of the New Testament narratives. From a Jewish perspective, these contradictions can be seen as evidence that the early Christian church was still grappling with its Jewish roots and the implications of Yeshua's teachings.
The role of Saul/Paul.
Saul, later known as Paul, was hired by the rabbis to discourage the growth of this new Jewish sect. To achieve this goal, Paul focused on converting Gentiles, meaning non-Jews, to join the movement. By doing so, he hoped to create a sense of separation between the Jewish people and the new sect. Paul's strategy was to make the sect less appealing to Jewish people by associating it with Gentile practices and beliefs. This approach would ultimately lead to a divergence between the Jewish roots of the movement and its later development as a distinct Christian faith. As we explore the complex history of the early Christian church, what do you think is the most important lesson we can learn from its Jewish roots?